If you're a small or mid-sized business owner or you're thinking about starting one, this video is for you. Here's why I'm making it. I know a lot of people, including my friends, who started a business out of passion, out of purpose, and they're great at a thing. Great designer, great marketer, but they know almost nothing about business. So they price by feel. They hire when they get tired. They look at the money in the bank account and they think that's profit. And then 2 years in, they've got revenue, they've got clients, they've got a business that looks incredible on social media. But they're taking home less than they made at their job. They're working double the hours and they think it's their fault. Well, it isn't. Nearly half of all new businesses in the US are gone within 5 years. That's the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It's not a talent problem. It's not a hustle problem. It's a math problem. And nobody ever sat down and did the math with them. So that's what I'm going to do. For the next 10 minutes, hear me out. If you don't know who I am, my name's Jenny. I'm the founder and CEO of Growth Quotient, helping women owners grow business with strategy and leverage. This stuff is part of what I do with them. I spent years in strategy consulting doing this exact thing for companies that were much larger and much dumber than you think. I own a couple of 6 to 7 figure businesses myself. I'm also a third generation shareholder of my family business with over 30 years of history. All right, let's look at into a case example. Let's say a marketing agency, 12 clients, 6 people, $510,000 in revenue last year. The owner took home $49,000, not a month, for the year. And I'm going to show you how she gets that to $168,000 without hiring anyone and without firing anyone or a single client, which is quite different of what business gurus would tell you to do. We'll get there. So let's start with the sentence that's in your head right now. Revenue minus expenses equals profit. Money comes in, you pay the bills. Whatever survives is profit. Profit is the leftovers, right? Here's the problem with leftovers. There are never any leftovers. Because costs are a number. Costs are like gas. They expect to fill whatever container you give them. You make 30 grand a month, you spend 30. You make 60, you spend 60. On better software, a bigger office, one more hire you were definitely going to need. You would never out-earn this. I've watched people do 8 figures and they stay broke. It's the same disease. So flip it. Revenue minus profit equals expenses. Profit isn't what's left over. Profit is what you take out first, and then you build a business that runs on what's left. So I was on a call with her a few months back, and she says, I did $510,000 last year. And I said, cool. How much did you keep? And she goes, what do you mean? And I said, how much did you pay yourself? And she goes, well, I take what's left. And I said, okay, how much was left? And she didn't answer. And that right there, let's do it for her. Revenue, $42,500 a month. $42,500 a month. 12 retainers clients. This is the number she puts on Instagram. Now, what does it cost to actually deliver work? Not the office, not the software, the work. 3 delivery staff, $16,500. Freelancers, 4. Delivery tools, $800. And now the line that almost nobody writes down. So I asked her, how much of your week is client work? And she goes, oh, like 60%? I'm on 5 accounts, I'm in the Slack channels, I'm fixing the ad copy at 11 at night. Cool, that's not for free. Her own delivery time, 60%, which is $6,000. So here's the thing, you're 2 people on this board. You're an employee and you're an owner. And most founders only pay the employee, and then they're confused about why the owner is broke. And look, I'm not saying this is an accounting rule. I'm saying it as a diagnostic question. If you had to hire someone to do what you do all week, what would you have to pay them? And after you paid them, would this business still make money? That question is the line between owning a business and owning a job. Cost to deliver, $27,300. Gross profit, $15,200. 36%. 36%. A healthy agency runs 50 to 60. Hold on to that. Clue number 1. Now overhead. The stuff she pays whether or not a single client shows up. Office, admin, her own marketing, software, insurance, $7,200 a year. $8,000. And this is where 90% of owners stop. They see $8,000. They feel pretty good. They go to buy the nicer laptop. But we still owe somebody. Her CEO salary, $4,000. Now you're probably thinking, okay, $4,100 a month, and that's not nothing. And you're right, it's not nothing. But watch, 4,100 divided by 42.5 is 8%. 8% net margin. And here's how to actually think about that. If she got from 8% to 12, which sounds tiny, right? 8% to 12%, 50% more money in her pocket, 50% more money. Same work. That's why we're doing this. All right, if you remember nothing, remember this one. Fixed costs divided by gross margin is break even. 11.2 of fixed cost, 36% margin. So about $31,000 a month just to keep the lights on and pay herself. She bills 42.5. So her whole cushion for a bad month, a client who ghosts, is about 2.5 clients. Do you know your number? Be honest. That's not a math problem. That's a sleeping at night problem. Okay, so she wants more profit. She got 3 options. And I promise you, you're going to pick the wrong one. Cut delivery cost, 10%. Profit goes to 6,830. Cut overhead, 10%. Profit goes to 4,820. Raise price, 10%. Profit goes to 8,350. Now, I'm not going to tell you, raise your price and nothing will happen, because I don't know that. Somebody might leave. So let's do the actual math on that. At the new price, she can lose 1 client out of 12 and still be ahead of where she started. So the real question isn't, will someone leave? Is more than 1 in 12 going to walk over 10%? If yes, you have a value problem, not a pricing problem. And that I'll explain in another video. Most of you are not too expensive. You're just scared. Now, here's where I disagree with lots of business videos you've ever watched. Look at the bottom row. 4 clients paid the least, each 60 hours a month each, double what they were quoted. Emailing on Sunday, 3 rounds on a caption, $42 an hour versus $167. Now, online gurus would say the same thing here. Fire your bad clients. Fire the 4 C clients. Profit goes from 41 to minus 6,000. That advice would cost her $10,000 a month. And here's why. And it's the most important thing in this video. Her team is on salary. When a C client takes 20 extra hours, she doesn't pay 1 cent more. So if she fires him and doesn't fire anyone else, she loses $10,000 of revenue and saves 0. Those C clients are not losing her money. They're paying her rent. What they're actually doing is taking hours that could be worth 167 and using them at 42. And an opportunity cost only exists if you actually have somewhere better to put the hours. The fix is to notice that if she sold a 30-hour scope and delivered 60 hours, that's not the client's fault. That's a contract problem. So let's rescope. Rescope 4 C clients from 60 hours to 35 hours is 100 hours freed. And use 30 hours for sales at 2 A clients. Their revenue goes to 52.5 minus cost of delivery 27.3. The same team equals gross profit to 25.2 minus overhead and CEO goes to 11.2, which profit equals 14,000 a month. 49,000 a year goes to 168,000 a year. Nobody fired, nobody hired. Same office, same 12 clients. She just stopped giving away 30 hours a month for free. And look, finding 2 great clients is the hard part. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. But notice what she has now that she didn't have before. 100 hours a month to go find them. She was too busy being underpaid to go get paid. So look, she didn't double anything. She didn't hire. She didn't rebrand. She didn't move offices. She didn't work 1 extra hour. Just few boring moves, and her profit tripled. And that, my friend, is the game. Profit is not one big move. Profit is the small moves on the right numbers, multiplying. Okay, so what do you do? 3 things you can do. Number 1, split your salary in 2. The delivery head goes in the cost of goods. The CEO head goes in overhead. Pay both at market rate. Then look at your real profit number and don't flinch. Number 2, track hours by client for 1 month. That's it, 1 month. Then divide what each client pays you by the hours they ate. And I promise, it is not what you think. Number 3, raise your prices or rescope them. Go back to what you actually sold. Everything past is a change order. The hours you get back are the whole price. Your profit has 3 jobs. Safety, 3 to 6 months of overhead. You don't touch it. Growth, reinvest, but only after safety is funded. And you, take it home. That is the entire reason you did this. Oh, and never forget to pay tax. Remember this, revenue is what you chase, profit is what you protect. If you think this video is useful for you, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel. Have a great one.